It has become a significant public safety issue across the city that over half of our lights are out on our on and off ramps across the county.
Kentucky lawmakers want to crack down on copper wire thieves that have left so many folks on our Louisville interstates driving in the dark. It is our top story here at 5:30. I'm Connie Leonard.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. You've experienced it. It throws our interstates into darkness when you need those lights the most, and it knocks out important wireless communication systems. Tonight, a bill to stiffen penalties for people stealing copper is one step closer to heading to the Kentucky governor. And our Isaiah Kim Martinez is here. He's been talking to state and local leaders about this, and this continues to be a major issue in Jefferson County, to the point, Isaiah, they've been reluctant to fix the lights because the copper wires have been stolen again so quickly.
They feel like it's just going to happen again, right? Which we've actually start to see some shifts to solar for that very reason. Look, millions of dollars in stolen copper wire have been stolen. That's what the city, Mayor Craig Greenberg, has told us. It's why he's lobbied for this bill specifically to combat bad actors. And it's not the only effort we're seeing. You see it clear as day at the I-64 off-ramp to 22nd Street in the Portland neighborhood of Louisville. Several solar-powered lights newly installed in the last 6 months. It's an effort we're seeing across the country to deter thieves from stealing valuable copper wire and leaving Louisville interstate drivers in the dark. We flew our drone over this stretch one night and saw near total darkness.
And we've really seen the number of lights out on the interstates in general go from 800 in 2023 all the way up to 1,400 in 2024. So the problem is getting worse.
State Representative Jared Bauman of Louisville is one of dozens of Kentucky lawmakers who voted yes on Senate Bill 64, a bipartisan effort to crack down on people who steal not just copper wire, but all utility cables, affecting everything from phone to internet service.
And I think that a Class D felony for this type of behavior is commensurate with the risks that it poses to the public when those lights are turned off because of the theft.
AT&T Kentucky President Carlos Sanchez has more than once sounded the alarm, again last month at Louisville Metro Hall, calling this an epidemic in the city.
Destroying communications lines can keep people from reaching emergency services.
We've shown you the stunning surveillance video showing a man using his truck to take more than 300 feet of copper wire at just one property. Some folks living in the Camp Taylor neighborhood without internet for 5 days because of cut wires. The bill would stiffen penalties by broadening what qualifies as first-degree criminal mischief, a felony, to anyone who damages, steals, or tampers with key infrastructure.
I strongly support that bill. I hope the governor signs that following passage by both the Senate and the House.
Mayor Craig Greenberg launched a task force last year to better target suspects.
So any available tool that we have, we're going to use.
LMPD actually made 4 arrests last month in this. By the way, this bill needs one more final approval and some last-minute changes in the Senate, and then it could go to Governor Beshear's desk.
It only got going after Greenberg jumped on it. He brought the AT&T Kentucky president to his news conferences. Why is the city suddenly so concerned about this?
Well, this is something that we've seen on pretty much as long as I've been here. I've seen this be a continuous issue. Mayor Greenberg has made a concerted effort to go to Frankfort and sort of lobby on some of the biggest issues in Louisville. We've seen the car crushing be one. And this is another one, whether it be AT&T or someone else, he has heard a lot of calls. We have heard a lot of calls. So clearly it's something the state feels like is needed to address too.
Our viewers want to know, what about the people that are buying this copper from these thieves?
Right. I mean, that's bottom line, you know, how do they get penalized here? It doesn't look like this bill really addresses that, Connie. We've seen a lot of efforts to sort of heighten penalties. Now, the other side might say, well, do criminals really think about Class B, C, D felony? Like, okay, maybe I won't do it. At the end of the day, there is a payday at the end of this, and as long as there is, this could still potentially keep happening.
So this is a big week in Frankfort. You've been following some other key legislation.
Yes, there's a lot of other bills, certainly more controversial than this one. This one's fairly bipartisan. Most have voted yes. On your screen here are some of the ones in crunch time. We are in crunch time in Frankfort. The final 3 days for state lawmakers to pass bills before the governor's veto period. Here are a few of those controversial bills I talked about here. House Bill 4, it targets diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at Kentucky's public universities. It has passed the House and sits in the Senate. Senate Bill 2, which aims to stop all taxpayer-funded gender transition services for transgender inmates in state prisons. That's on the brink of passage in the House. And House Bill 495 that prohibits bans on conversion therapy, that has passed the State House and sits in the State Senate. Ben?
All right, thank you.